Hello everyone. So in this video of chapter chemical thermodynamics, I will be talking about concept of maximum work, expression for maximum work and internal energy. Now concept of maximum work. We have learnt one expression, if you remember, W is equal to minus P external delta V. And according to this, the amount of work performed by a system is usually depending upon the P external or opposing force. Larger the opposing force, more work is done by the system to overcome it. If the opposing force is zero, no work is involved. But with an increase of opposing force from zero, more work will be needed by the system to be done. And when the opposing force reaches to its maximum, the system performs maximum work. With an opposing force being greatest, more efforts would be needed to overcome it. So we can say P external or opposing force become greater than the driving force P, process get reversed. Since the opposing force cannot be greater than the driving force, it should be maximum. So we can say if the pressure P of a gas differs from pressure external by a quantity delta P, we can say here delta P is equal to P minus P external. Then the equation which we have learned earlier, W is equal to minus P external delta V, we start calling that equation as W is equal to P minus delta P multiplied by delta V, because we substituted P external value by P minus delta P. Then we can say the work would be maximum when delta P is smallest. This means P external must be infinitesimally smaller than the driving force for the works to be maximum, and this is required for the process to be reversible. The maximum work is obtained from the change which is thermodynamically reversible. Now, what is the expression for the maximum work? Now let's understand this. With the help of diagram, let's understand this, what we are doing here. Consider we have taken n number of moles of an ideal gas enclosed in a cylinder fitted with frictionless movable rigid piston in diagram 1. In the cylinder 1, I would say, it expand isothermally and reversibly from the initial volume V1 to volume V2 at temperature T. The expansion takes place in number of steps which you are seeing in the diagram. During each step, the external pressure, or you can say P external, is made infinitesimally smaller than the pressure P, because we are expanding gas na, that is why opposing pressure need to be decrease a little bit. And with the gradual removal of masses from the piston, we are keep on decreasing little mass from the piston so that the gas would expand, but very slowly. The gas will expand and the pressure P would decrease. The expansion continues until the pressure of gas falls to pressure external. Now beyond this, no further expansion occurs and the system attains a mechanical equilibrium with its surrounding, and the gas volume will be increased by an infinite similar quantity dV in each step. If you are seeing very small quantity of volume is labeled here because very small volume is expressed in diagram, which is happening due to the expansion of gas. The process repeated in such a way every time P external is lowered infinite similarly the gas undergo a series of infinite increments in volume until the final volume V2 is attained. Now, when the volume of gas is increased by infinite amount of dV in every single step, we can say small quantity of work must have been done. So, small quantity of work means dW. dW is equal to minus P external multiplied by dV. As the expansion is reversible, P is greater by a very small quantity dP than P external. So, P minus P external, we can say it is equal to dP, or P external is equal to P minus dP. Combining these two equations, this one and this one, we will get expression dW is equal to minus P minus dP, which is the value of P external multiplied by dV. After multiplying this dV in this whole bracket, we will get minus P dV plus dP multiplied by dV. Now we are neglecting this dP and dV because very small products they will be giving us, and we'll be having now dW is equal to minus PD multiplied by V. So, the total amount of work done during the entire expression from volume V1 to V2 would be the sum of infinite contribution of all the steps which we have learnt from the diagram, and the total work would be obtained by the integration of this equation which we have obtained just now. On integrating this equation from limit V1 to V2 and work from initial to final state of work, we will be obtaining maximum work is equal to minus integrating V1 to V2 PdV, and we are taking the gas which is filled is an ideal gas, and for ideal gas we know gas equation is PV is equal to nRT. So I am putting value of P as nRT upon V in this 4.9 equation. So W max is equal to integration from V1 to V2 nRT multiplied by dV upon V. N number of moles is constant, R is gas constant, everything is happening isothermally, that is why T is constant. So these three values will be coming out, and dV upon V will be integrated from V2 to V2 limit. Now after this we will be getting W max is equal to minus nRT ln V from V1 to V2, or minus nRT ln V2 minus ln V1, or minus nRT ln V2 upon V1. After removing this ln, we will be getting W max is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 V2 upon V1. And at constant temperature, we also know P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. So V2 upon V1 is equal to P1 upon P2. I can replace V2 upon V1 by P1 upon P2. So work maximum would be what? Minus 2.303 nRT log base 10 P1 upon P2. So this is the expression of maximum work in terms of pressure. Now internal energy. Every system is associated with definite amount of energy, and this energy is stored in system which is called as internal energy. Internal energy of a system is made up of kinetic and potential energies of individual particle of the system, and delta U is equal to U2 minus U1, you can say, are the internal energies of the initial and final states. It is a state function. It is the extensive property. A transfer of energy from the system would change its internal energy. To know delta U supplied or removed from the system need to be monitored. Now, this is all about your internal energy. Few example of internal energy, like if 30 kilojoule of heat supplied to the system, it would be added to internal energy of the system. Or you can say 20 kilojoule work is done on the system, it is added to internal energy of the system. Or you can say if a system releases 10 kilojoule of heat and perform 15 kilojoule of work on the surroundings, then these quantities are removed from the internal energy of the system. We'll be saying now the final internal energy, that is delta U, would be minus 25 kilojoule total. So this is all about internal energy. Thank you.